Hello and welcome to the Through the Decades April 2026 Premodern Monthly, coming to you from Through the Decades in Louisville, Kentucky. Today we'll be featuring the round 2 matchup between Tyler on the bottom with Replenish and Ben on the top with Green-White Survival Madness. Now just as a heads up, there was a small production issue, so the commentary doesn't start until about the 1 minute and 30-second mark. But with that said, we'll get to their match after a word from our sponsor. Through the Decades, in conjunction with the Ohio River Boas, are proud to bring you Grand Prix Louisville on June 6, 2026. If you ever find yourself missing not only the pre-modern era of Magic the Gathering, but the old tournament structure, this will be the event for you. The entry fee for the main event is $60 and will include a specially designed Grand Prix Louisville playmat and a stamped card. Prize support for the main event will be $5,000, paying out to the top 16, along with a Magic the Gathering themed championship belt for the winner. Side events will include some retro booster drafts, including Mirage Block, Tempest Block, and Urza's Block, along with a Pauper Win-a-Duel giving out a Tundra to first place and a Bayou for second place. The main event will max out at 300 players, so seating is limited as we throw one of the largest celebrations of the pre-modern format to date. So, don't miss your chance to be part of pre-modern Magic history and sign up by scanning the QR code on the screen.
Okay, we're good here. I'll keep this one.
I will as well.
Alright. Thanks.
Treetop Village now pass.
Another one. Pass.
Rushland. I'll put a 19 to make a white.
Yeah.
Troll Hounds. I'll pass. End step, I will Madison a Basking Root Wall.
Results.
Untap. And Tuco Monastery.
Can I read that one?
Yeah. Sorry, this is a bit of a strange one.
All right, and now with a little bit of audio issues, now we're back. We do have on the bottom Tyler Cole. It's going to be on blue-white Replenish, and then on the other side we've got Ben Graham on green-white Little Kid, but it is not just the green-white madness that we're used to seeing on Magic Online. This one is a little bit of a different, spicier flavor with him on a survival plan, Nantuko Monastery, which I do see over there right now. We're getting him with a Troll Hound and a Basking Root Walnut. Now, Tyler, on the other hand, forgive me for the massive exposition jump, but Tyler did make top 8, actually made it to the finals last month.
Finals, yeah,
in our monthly.
Yeah, 50.
And he's actually playing the same list. So
Was it the exact same
I'm pretty
75?
sure. Looking at it, I think this is all the same stuff that he had before. So
Hey, you know what? If you're good, now,
if it ain't
Ben-
broke, don't fix it.
Ben being very generous with the cards in his handling. See there, I think I saw a Survival of the Fittest, which is not exactly what this is normally what we're doing here.
But it works out really well with stuff like the Basking Root Walla. You can put that out for free. Like you said, he kind of has a Genesis going on in here, so you can put that in there. He's got a Glory and a Valor.
How about Three Glory? He wants to make
He
like
definitely puts that in
he
there.
wants to win those creature matchups.
Yes.
Now I see here.
See
Okay,
the Arrogant Worm in there. I think they're the Tylus tribe.
yeah, he is.
Treetop. I think that's a Riftstone portal. Is there a
Yes,
Riftstone?
he is playing 2 Riftstone
Oh,
portals.
heck yeah.
He wants to do. I mean, you know what? When you got to make sure that your mana absolutely works.
Yeah, no.
Riftstone portal gets the job done.
Yeah.
All right, and we are intuitioning for triple replenish. Okay, that's.
We're not playing land still. We're playing Replenish.
And I'm hoping that that our previous comment of and Tyler looking over at us with a little bit of a laugh, I think Now, we jokingly mentioned to a couple players that we are not putting land still on until as late as possible. So I'm hoping that nobody thinks that we're going to be giving up the information to the ghost for that one. But that
Yeah. So what do I see in here? I see.
he's got
the
overwave.
and the wave in there. Yeah. Okay. So kind of as we were saying with Ben's deck, it's quite the interesting group. He does have a parallax wave in there. So
He has 2 of them in there actually.
there's 2 of them. Oh man. So if he has an puts the open wave combo on this deck, we could really see some interesting fireworks going on. Of the parallax wave versus parallax wave matchup. Hey, let's see. We'll see how
No, you're okay.
And you can kind of
adept our players are at that type of mirror.
Well, I see Tyler putting the counters on the opalescence. So there we go.
Go strong.
There we go. Tyler, almost as we can hear me. Our players cannot hear me as far as I can tell. Yep, and Ben's so familiar with the opal wave combo. I'm sure he just kind of hand waved. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I understand.
Um,
I have done this to my fair share of players as well.
so we do have a main deck Nantuko Vigilante.
Okay.
Now it's going to be expensive for what
Yes.
you're doing to yourself, but you can play that survival in hand, discard the card, which I think we're kind of. Oh yeah, we're taking damage here. We don't have life totals up because the iPad is not up. So let me go take care of that.
Sure.
survival for this results.
So we'll get that back
I
on.
will exile your
I'll
soul.
respond. Activate survival.
So yep, we'll get that back. Yep, and it looks like he is going to be doing that play. He's going to play that survival.
Yes, yeah.
You're
Probably going to go find that Nantuko Vigilance. Yeah, and as it makes sense, Tower is immediately getting rid of that survival just to deal with that.
I'm gonna read it. I know what
Go
it
for
does.
it, yeah.
I'm just gonna read it.
Yep, and there's that Vigilante, and Tower just making sure he knows what it does.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And there's our life total back on there as well.
Oh, I'm
14.
So just 18 to 18. Oh, nope, looks like 14. Okay.
You may go.
Attack your feet.
Yep.
Okay, so as I was saying before, I completely ran off the rails.
Yeah, no.
It looks like he did exactly, the very expensive cost of losing a survival of the fittest, which sucks. Don't get me wrong, but hey, you know what? It's better that than
we're
just
gonna be-
losing the game entirely.
We're going to be able to at least deal with this board stage.
Yes. Now he is going to have a 5th land.
He's got
Because-
the Rift Store portal
Okay.
in hand still.
Okay, good.
So we're going to be fine.
Now I'm curious. Since we have Riftstone Portal, do we have like a crop rotation or anything to sacrifice it? Is there any way to get the yard once it's in play? And I don't see.
Yeah,
No.
I guess we're pitching into stuff like Patrol Hounds,
Yep.
to Wild
Tireless Tribe.
Tireless Tribe.
Yeah, things like
We've got plenty of discard outlets.
which is still fine.
And it looks like Tower played an attunement as well as we are looking at that.
Sorry, can I read some?
But with the 5th
I'm
land,
sorry.
No, you're good.
Strain.
he's going to be on Tower to. Yeah,
And we've got to read it because it is Riftstone Portal. Legacy staple from 2008, 2009.
It may have already been out of favor at that point, but yeah.
Oh, wait, I was playing it in 43 lands
I will
in
play this
2012.
dwarf.
Because it was almost the end of the world when I
Yeah.
almost top 8 at the Star City Games Legacy.
And if you did, it would have been the end of the world. Ooh,
Oh, okay.
the mana leak off.
That's
That's backbreaking.
that is.
Now,
End of your turn, I'll
now
get
Ben, you
this.
have to find an answer to this next turn, or he's going to get hit for 7 twice here, and that's going to be all she wrote.
7.
I don't. Yeah. He's only got one Nantuko Vigilante. That's it. So
Again,
we
we're
are.
back to the parallax wave off the top here, just to really make this game interesting.
Seal kind of. Yeah,
Yep,
and
that
we're
will be-
packing it in. All right. Well, let's take a look at our sideboards here. So, all right. Out of Ben's sideboard, we've got 2 Tormod's Crypt. You have to imagine those are coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Coplet,
definitely.
whatever. 3 Ray of Revelation.
Oh, he
Wow.
came prepared, ready to go.
Wow. Okay, look, I won't lie. In Cincinnati, I beat him 2-0 with Enchantress. and I think he may have taken that personally.
It's like he's a
One-
Michael Jordan meme. Everything's like, and I took that personally.
Speaking of it taking that personally, there's also a Tranquil Domain. Oh my god, and a Parallax Wave. So we're probably bringing two Tormod's Crypt, 3 Ray of Revelation, 1 Tranquil Domain, and 1 Parallax Wave. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards maybe?
Yeah.
I think those Swords to Plowshares can go, and I think otherwise Genesis can probably go because whatever, and then you just trim some of the Mystic Enforcer of Valor.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know, like an Arrogant Worm on, the form.
Kind of just to form stuff like that.
Yeah, what are we looking at
For Tyler here, we've got 1 Chain of Vapor, 2 Orms Chant, a Warmth, 2 Wrath of God, Hydroblast, 2 Elemental Blast, 3 Sabo's Web, and 3 Defense Screens. I would imagine that we could maybe see a Sabo's Web.
I think Sabo's Web is reasonable. He does have 4 treetop villages.
Yeah, like we saw the treetops, we saw the monastery, and that's a good answer for those types of cards.
That's 5 creature lands right there. You gotta make sure that they're able to be taken care of.
Yeah, the Wrath of Gods also seem pretty good.
Yes, absolutely an easy win.
All that stuff. So, interesting to note as well, I do not see an Exalted Angel anywhere in the 75. So Tyler really is on the enchantment plan, and no meddling mages, nothing like that. He is full on attacking with his enchantment. So,
To quote Dodgeball, it's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off.
yeah. So the Rare Revelations and the Tranquil Domains are really going to be all he needs here. So the swords getting taken out. If he notices there's no creatures, we'll do wonders.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see what our players come up with.
I mean, I can't imagine leaving in Swords to Plowshares against Replenish.
It's really tough. It's always just so hard. If you're expecting an Exalted Angel, there's not a whole lot this deck can do against a result of Exalted Angel without swords. So
Parallax Wave?
I guess so. Yeah, that's fair. Looks like we're shuffling up though. So
Also, to answer our question from earlier, this is definitely different from his last month list. I just pulled that up here.
oh, did you know?
Yeah, he did have 3 Exalted Angel and 3 Meddling Mage in the sideboard last month.
He must not have liked them.
Apparently, he did not feel like they were as in.
Is there any no defense grid? So I guess he's thinking that there's going to be a little bit more counter spells and counterplay.
And Wrath of God also is new in the sideboard. He was definitely more on the blasts. Basically, 3 blasts mixed. Champ, Exalted Angel, Meddling Mage, and Sabo's Web. So just 3s down the line there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, his deck list, though, let's just take a quick peek there, is looking pretty similar. He put a Chain of Vapor main deck instead of a Mana Leak. But otherwise, it's looking, and again, we are looking at a pair of lists right now, so it's looking, pretty much a swap, just a few cuts there. And players are presenting and cutting. Hopefully we do have a pair of keepable opening hands for our players here. Now let's see here. Ben
I'll go 6.
hiding his hand from it. Nope. Okay, he's going back. I see a swords in Tyler's hand, I think.
A couple lands in there. May have been a Parallax Wave somewhere in the middle there. I feel like I see that little guy that's getting sucked into the ether.
Banished to the Shadow Realm, as it's almost said.
But we'll see as this game goes on. But it looks like it was a good enough mixture of lands and spells that Tyler's happy with the 7. Well, good.
Also, I just have to mention, God, those playmats are beautiful.
They really are.
Where can you get those playmats?
See, if you come to our big 5K on June 6th here at Through the Decades, in accordance with the Ohio River proposals, all participants get one of these playmats.
Yeah, and there's special top 8 playmats, right?
That's
Special top 8 playmats, and a wrestling championship belt that I would be wearing on my shoulder if we had cameras for ourselves.
Oh yeah,
because it is WrestleMania weekend, and
It is.
of course we should be showing off the championship belt that we will be giving out to the winner. The championship belt that we may very well just throw down on the playmats. And
we
so
probably
that
should
can
have.
see.
Well, Ben's got a Tormod script. That's
His
certainly
Tormod
helps.
script does help, but
Okay, it looks like he is contemplating what to put back. Well,
yeah.
okay, that's a
That's one of his
wave in his
waves.
hand, but that's a card that's hard to keep when you multi-5.
Yeah.
And it looks... Sorry,
It
I
looks
looked
like-
away for that. Did you put that... Is that the other card on the bottom there?
Yeah, the wave. Yeah. So it looks like I see a couple lands, the crypt, and a survival of the fittest. So we're starting right off the bat. I always wondered, is there a thought of keeping a Tormod's Crypt in hand for a little bit to kind of let Tyler play into it, or do you like just playing it right out here on turn 1?
I like holding it a little bit, but I can understand the merits of doing that.
Yeah,
he,
definitely.
He has counter magic. That mana leak affects his day.
That is very true, yeah.
So being able to get out from under that is probably going to be pretty helpful.
Yeah, just
Now,
tell Tyler, you have to deal with me
To get a forest, salvage all.
eventually.
Yeah.
It's like, if you want to use like a steel cleansing on that instead of something like this survival of the fittest that's coming down, be my guest.
yes, adding more problematic permanents to the table makes it less easy for them to do that. And Cameron, I agree that it's wild to do that, but I can also understand wanting
Yeah,
to get out
there's definitely some merits both ways.
before the mana leak, because that mana leak ruined him game 1.
Yeah.
But I don't disagree.
I go to 17,
Yep.
past the 2 minutes.
Yep.
And it'll be your turn for that.
Oh, right. Let's see here. Okay, so it looks like he's got a basking loop, so that's good. Also,
Goes really well with this survival.
yes, that'll look wonderful.
I'll pass.
I will activate.
Now I see also it looks like Ben still has his Source of Plowshares in hand,
Yeah.
which means he decided not to play that or not to cut that, which
I think that's very
understandable.
fair. I think that's very fair. Again, a lot of these decks now are playing Exalted Angel and or Meddling Mates.
Yeah.
So it is kind of interesting that Tyler has 0 of the 2. So no, if I was in this spot, I think I would probably keep 2 of them in.
Yes.
So very defensible.
And I think Tyler's actually getting some percentage points.
Yeah, he's definitely getting a little bit of equity.
Basically, just like, I'm not playing like people expect this to be played. And that's one of the reasons you do like a sideboard juke like that, to make your opponent have dead cards.
Yeah. It's especially powerful when his opponent has mold to 5, so
Yes.
he's already kind of strapped on resources as it is. And the second Tormod script as well. So we're definitely not going to be able to go through the replenish route for Tyler here, unless it's going to have to be real late into this game and have to pop 2 crypts.
Yes, it is. Now, noticeably, what did we fetch? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Lava Mongrel. So it's probably the best thing to go here. It's going to be your madness outlet, and if you're going to be stuck on 2 mana, you could have a lot worse cards sitting.
All right, we were playing a sec. Okay, we were just.
So we're just going to slam that guy out. But yep, and the source predictably. That makes sense.
Yeah. That looks like Tyler does have a second one in his hand, I think.
Yeah, both the second one in there.
Go my turn.
But even with that, I don't hate Ben's spot here. You've got 2 Tormod scripts to hold the replenish part off, and you have this survival of the fittest. If it stays on the board for a little bit, yes, we're only stuck on 2 lands, and we only have the 1 white, or we have no white, but we're going to find those eventually, and we're going to be able to start accruing value off the survival.
Yes. Now, also, it is fair to also say he only has 3 sealed cleansings. It looks like in the main, and that's
Yeah,
it. Like,
and that's it.
He's got 2 Chain of Aprils after board if he brought both in. So
I'd be surprised if he did.
these 3 problematic permanents may continue to cause some issues.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
And he's
You can
it's
go.
like,
Oh,
it's I was just happy to clear the board, so it's again just running Tyler out of resources here. We've got a Decree of Silence in hand, which doesn't really do a whole lot right now.
yeah.
So it's like, okay, this attunement's
Now,
definitely going to help out.
That attunement.
You're just going to be feeding 4 cards into the Tormod's Crypt, so it's not nearly as potent as
I mean,
it can
he
be.
has to filter it some way.
Oh, of course.
Get to his ways to do that. Survival with 2 grip is absolutely wonderful. And it looks like he's having a think here.
Yeah. He's got 2 of them that he put down pretty quickly, so.
Over under on those being lands.
No, those are all, look like all real cards. Parallax Wave, a Decree of Silence. I think that maybe a Wrath of God. Ooh.
Really good.
And here comes one of those Saba's Web. 2 of those hands are going to be locked down.
Oh no.
So
Look, as a fellow Ben that loves playing green-white parallax wave nonsense, I have got to be heartbroken for Ben at this moment. And a chain and the chain of
the
a
chain of vapor there.
No. Hey, do you want to sacrifice a land to bounce?
That is an interesting, because he could just play it right back out with the Ancient Tune and draw another card, which I think I can very easily see. But
I mean, to be fair,
getting
though,
rid of this monastery, not like it was going to attack.
yeah, that might
anyways.
nice anyways. So that
Yep, just right back out.
wait, did he put that in the graveyard?
Oh, I think he did. Yeah, that should be in his hand.
Let me go fix
Yeah.
it.
Oh, we got a guy coming. Oh, it was bounced back to my hands. I'm sorry. Cool, you're good. Thanks.
I will say,
And our spot reporter doing a good job there.
I will say, with our setup right now, we don't have to run across half of an old Staples anymore. It is 20 feet from me to the players, and I'm not yelling too loud, so they can't hear it. But that was just a real quick fix.
Yeah.
No need to even get the judge involved. Hey, fix that. Pete that.
Is that a the carpet flowers came in? Now that can definitely help get him out of this situation.
You know, Carpet of Flowers is...
We have 5 islands, 4 footed strands, so it's like, really, if it's a Lotus Petal every turn in a situation like this, pretty darn good.
Yeah. No, he's got 2 islands right now.
Yeah, so he can cast this Patrol Hound or he can cast Survival. It looks like he's going to go in between the 2. He's going to end up on the Survival.
Now, and Ben very fluent on what his card does, that does it at the beginning of a main phase,
Yeah.
just once per turn. So you can pre-combat main phase play that, and then post-combat main phase play something else, which is something you do in Enchantress a lot. Like, hey, look at my Carpet Flowers into my Xantid, and then you lose the game on the spot, which is just
beautiful.
love everything about it.
All right, so here comes that second Sabo's Web down. And really, I mean, second one doesn't do nearly as much, obviously. He's just trying to find a way out of this situation. So just more card draw. I think that may be a Brave in hand. You can't really tell.
In Ben's hand?
No, in Tower's hand.
Oh, okay. I think I saw a wave in Ben's hand. Okay, let's now.
We're gonna go-
There's a chain of vapor. It looks like a wave. It looks like at least some flavor of a blue-white land.
This is game 2. Our Tyler on the bottom there playing Replenish got game 1.
Yes.
I'll make 2 green. Draw Carpet Flowers. I'll activate Survival. Discarding Patrol Hounds.
Looks like we're going to play that Patrol Hound. Okay, we're actually going to spin the Patrol Hound with the Survival
I'll
first.
get a Bastion Removal. I will activate Survival. Discarding
Okay, so
this
and then use. Well, looks like what we're doing a little bit of shortcutting here, but he got a Basket Root Walla with that extra green mana. Spins Basket Root Walla once again and is able to play that for free for its madness cost.
gain another one. You can
And we're gonna. Looks like we're probably just gonna do that same trick again here. And it makes sense holding on to it. No reason to play that card out if you don't have to. You can just do it at end of turn and it works just as well.
I will pass.
when you're at step, I'll activate survival.
Yeah.
Manage system.
It's like you're really just into finding a whole lot just to land pass. At this point, I don't really think Nantuko Vigilante is a card that you really want to grab.
Sorry, just
No,
thinking.
you're good.
They would
All
roll.
right, so let's see here. We are surviving actively here for a basketball. You know, obviously, just kind of just yeah, we're just chaining out, which is exactly what we used to do in Legacy.
Yeah.
You know, it's no Vengevine, but
No, it's not.
you know, being able to chain Madness Creature after Madness Creature after Madness Creature, and
Making Tyler have to draw something like that Rathagon that he brought in.
I'm going
Or, I mean,
to make
These
white.
these little guys are going to get there eventually.
Yeah.
And Tyler, as kind of just hasn't, really hasn't been able to find much of anything to do
yeah,
in the last few turns.
that ancient tomb is a clock.
Yes.
Tireless Shroud.
Okay.
Includes
Oh my!
So let's quickly get to 2 wide. Yeah.
We are going as wide as possible.
You can go.
I actually had to step outside for just a moment to speak to the judge, so forgive me as I am a child walking in the middle of the movie and asking what's going on. Hey, did we go get Squee yet?
Not yet. I
Okay.
don't. We've just really just been getting full aggression. We haven't even bothered with Squee yet.
Well, to continue to quote the Big Lebowski, this aggression will not stand there. Look, it's a pre-alternate era movie, and a
Oh yeah.
pre-alternate. Whoa.
And there's a Rathagon. So
Oh.
unfortunately, that is the issue with this plays. Extending into a Rathagon, it just feels so bad. But not a whole lot you can really do there.
That's true.
I agree. You kind of have to just do that and just hope that he doesn't find it or just doesn't have it in his list somewhere.
Well, I mean, he only has 2 rat in his list,
Yeah. And that's also obviously to go with the 4 parallax waves as well. But
which is technically a rat. But
Yeah.
at the very least, this is not old Parallax Wave and Tide Replenish.
yeah,
So you don't have the stifle nonsense to make it a full Rathagon, unless, of course, you get a Seal of Cleansing out. The Seal of Cleansings have several juicier targets right now, and with
Yeah.
the fact that he has to play this fair, I don't think that you can afford to use that as a Wrath unless it's a last-ditch effort.
Yeah.
Because he can't play out of the graveyard.
Mhm.
He's only got 3. He's already used a Chain of Vader. This is not looking as bad for Ben as we could say.
yeah,
Like, another mode of a lot of these decks is just, how do I put this delicately? Idiot beatdown.
yeah.
You
But I
know?
mean, if you look at it, this is a post-draft board. He's got a root wall that he can pump up with the 2 green that he would make with Carpet Flowers and a Wild Mongol, which after he draws will have 4 cards. So he can attack for 9 if he went all in here.
Yeah.
So it's like, he's definitely got a lot of beef after a Rathagon. So really, Tyler didn't really help himself out a whole lot here. Just he was on about a 3-turn clock. He's still on about a 3-turn clock.
Yeah. And this is one of the upsides of this kind of green white deck.
Yeah.
Is it's far more resilient to that kind of.
Oh, very much so.
You know, he probably gives up some percentage points against the aggro decks that you see everywhere on Magic Online, and now instead just gets to pick up percentage points against decks that need to grind.
Yeah.
Like that double Tormod. Okay, so we've got that Parallax Wave coming
This
down.
Parallax Wave is going to stifle all of this as well. But we still have answers.
Yeah.
So, not end all be all just yet. Tyler doesn't have a way to combo with that, so even if he does take 2 of these creatures out, it's going to be, and I think that may even be a rare revelation, is that other white card hands, which would actually do very well here.
Yeah. So I don't know if I actually belittle or finish the rest of my point. Stifle doesn't exist in this deck anymore. So
No.
therefore, your Parallax Wave triggers do have to resolve.
Yeah.
So we don't get any of that nonsense anymore. Now, obviously, you can do that with Seal of Cleansing, like I was saying earlier, but clearly, he's only got a number of Seal of Cleansings he gets to use.
Yeah.
So it's not as backbreaking anymore. Yeah, I think that is a Ray of Revelation in hand, which if you're Ben, you just make double white and it's then Ray here on your turn.
Agreed.
Because and we're raying. Okay, so Ben making that play. Hopefully, he's targeting the wave.
Yeah.
So now, if you're Tyler, you should probably exile this Basking Root Wall just to give it summoning.
Yeah, it's like so it'll have somebody take this.
So it can attack.
Do you think that Tyler's thinking about like a 2-min here for mana leak to try to find a mana leak?
It's not going to work the way he wants it to, unless he's got double mana. If he's got double, we can handle it.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like he's
sorry.
targeting
So
the root
this
wall up.
exiling on the
Oh,
spot.
he's going to chain evade spots. It looks like okay.
Okay, so the root wall is gone forever.
Yeah, the root wall will be gone forever now, and now he has that
Sure, yeah.
wave back, so we can just play that right back out on his turn, and we're going to be running the same spot.
So okay, is he sacking an he is sacrificing an island to bounce his Sabu's web. And is he going to do it again?
That would be quite the heads-up play by Tyler.
Don't get me wrong. The first one was heads up. The second one, he did not. Okay, so he's still leaving Ben with some colored mana to play with, and that was still pretty heads up.
I like that play a lot.
I'm impressed. That's bravo, my dude.
And just, a little bit of a pat on the back for that play. You get to draw a card.
Yeah.
Just keep digging.
Like, hey, remember how you cut your opponent off an extra mana and then drew a card afterwards at the low cost of
this stage.
at the low cost of the island that was giving your opponent mana too?
I think I'd take it.
Yeah. Would you take that deal?
I'd take that deal.
That's a damn fine deal. That's
Damn
what I
fine
say. I've never seen that movie.
Really?
Really?
Great movie.
Oh, I've heard it's a wonderful movie. But anyways, that's not pre-modern era. Let's keep going here. Those Sabu's webs have just been
They've been very good.
backbreak. That chain of vapor though, a very heads up play. I am
Yeah, we're going to be thinking about that one for a little bit.
for a hot minute to say the least. Okay, so we've got an opalescence
So we have
live.
the open, and we know that the wave is in hand as well. So we've got the combo at this point in hand and on board. But it's interesting because Ben just has, he's going to throw this he can just throw this rare revelation at any point.
That is true.
So you almost wonder, Tyler's using that as a bait to be able to get his wave out there later.
Yes,
Just
absolutely.
to lock down the board. Because I would think that if he plays wave first and then waits for the opal, he can't. Ben's just going to blow up the wave before the opal ever hits the field to protect itself.
And that's another dog there.
Yeah.
Now, I will also say, I see Ben is using 2 of our last prize cards. Because he does have basking root balls. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he got one of the basket root balls from last week.
Yeah.
Nor did he, we are currently vying for those wonderful Swords to Plowshares that Aaron, also known as Shirty, in every Discord everywhere, has altered for us, which we will get on stream at some point.
Yeah, we'll make sure to show those off because, Aaron did a great job on it. I know we posted it in some of our Discords that we're in, and everyone's like, "Oh man, those are sweet."
Yes.
Walking around talking to some of the people here, once they kind of found out that it was the source of file shares, they're like, "Man, I wanted to play something kind of off the wall and wacky," but they're like, "No, I want to win this tournament." Mainly just because I won one of those source features. So
I mean,
they're very highly coveted.
there are 18 players who have to finish.
3-2 at best, or at
Discard source of file shares.
I'm trying to think of what half a point
yeah.
1-1 repeating is basically.
Mhm.
Okay.
My brain doesn't work that well right now, so you know.
So it looks like that Rare Revelation did, like we were talking about, take out that Opalescence. So that all makes sense. We do at this point have enough mana if Tyler does have both pieces of the combo in hand. He can play them both out this turn.
Yes.
But it also looks like that's an Antuka Vigilante in hand. So Ben's going to have at least another answer, but
Well,
see if it's going to
is
be able to do it. He may not be able.
He doesn't have
to
the mana,
for it. Yeah.
unfortunately, and the real problem is if we get our combo out, that Carpet of Flowers is absolutely going to weigh the dodo.
And as we're talking, as you see here, Tyler is going down to 5.
Yes.
So it's like, yes, he's holding off the real big wave, but it's like he has just taken a couple beats just from 2-2s and 1-1s and such. Oh,
That is an opal and a wave.
He does have the combo here.
Target here. Roll target here.
So now we also are going to lose,
Yep.
the Carpet of
Yep.
Flowers.
Oh, no.
This is not looking nearly as good.
And we get to attack for 3 with that.
Yeah.
And Attunement, by the way, is disgusting with Opal Wave out because it is the undestroyable creature.
Yeah,
Like, it is quite literally. Because it is just pay cost, return to hand.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot respond. Like, there has to be humility in play for that thing to get blown up.
Yeah.
And by God, if we get a humility in play, I am walking out of this for that. I'm out. I'm done. No, thank you. No one's playing this. Thank God.
Yeah. At this point, Ben is definitely doing his due diligence to play out the rest of this, but I think
we are.
the writing's on the wall here for Ben.
Ben needs
Tyler to forget to attack a few times in a row, I'm afraid.
Ben needs an untapped land, and
And that's
there we go. That is
Yep.
no, that is
Did not draw off lands there.
that is a little bit of a rough beat there.
Yeah.
That Sabo's Web putting in so much.
But with that,
It looks like we do have about only 14 minutes left. We can check to see if we can get another player or another match if we have any other games available to us. But otherwise, Austin, vamp for time for just a second while I switch over to Wilson.
sounds good.
And